Good morning and welcome. My name is Jeremiah Ellison, and I am the chair of the Policy and Government Oversight Committee. I'm going to call to order our regular meeting for Monday, June 26, 2023. I'll now ask the clerks to call the roll.
Councilmember Vito,
Present.
Chavez,
Present.
Koski,
Present.
Johnson,
Present.
Vice Chair Wansley is absent, Chair Ellison.
Here.
We have 5 present.
Let the record reflect that we have a quorum. We have 8 items on the consent agenda, which is incredibly short, maybe record short for our committee. And so I'll read them for the record. Item 1 is a passage of a resolution related to a gift acceptance from DC Police Leadership Academy for travel expenses. 2 is authorizing contract amendment with governmentjobs.com, Inc. for NeoGov applicant tracking system for Human Resources Department. 3 is authorizing contract amendment with HBC Acquisitions LLC for improvements at 1049 10th Avenue Southeast. 4 is authorizing a contract amendment with Hennepin Healthcare Systems, Inc. for fire EMS training and education services. 5 is authorizing a contract amendment with CNA Consulting Engineers for construction oversight services for the Central City Parallel Tunnel Project. 6 is authorizing a contract amendment with Vite and Company, Inc. for the Bryant Avenue South Street Reconstruction Project. 7 is approving a legal settlement, Charles Orange versus the City of Minneapolis. And 8 is approving the litigation matter of Andre Moore versus Tony Partaika, Neil Walsh, John Doe number 1 and number 2, and the City of Minneapolis. Is there any discussion on any of these items? Seeing no further discussion, I'll move approval of items 1 through 8. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. And that motion carries, and the consent agenda is approved. Next, we have a presentation related to a contract amendment with Wold Architects and Engineers for the City Hall office space renovation project. I'll invite staff to give a brief presentation on this item.
Good morning, Chair Ellison, council members. My name is Barbara O'Brien. I'm the Director of Property Services for the City of Minneapolis. I was asked specifically to talk about the line item in this amendment associated with the security risk assessment. This line item in front of you is asking for a change order that would include a risk assessment. The risk assessment, the design team has selected a company called True North, who has nearly 40 years of experience with 48 employees located in 7 different states. True North is independent. They do not sell hardware. They do not sell software or any tangible products. They're not connected or aligned with manufacturers, vendors, distributors, or representatives who sell, market, or install programs, security programs. They are an independent security risk assessment company. With the changes to City Hall building, now is the opportunity to incorporate what will come out of the assessment and influence design and the features for the future. This security risk assessment will look at the need to bring City Hall into compliance with federal mandates, laws, rules, and regulations, and consider overall security plans related to the functionality of the spaces in City Hall. Methodology that True North will use will consider physical measures, security technology, and human factors. The assessment will consider the building, both the current layouts and future floor plans. They will do interviews with the City of Minneapolis and MBC security staff. They will analyze the current status of the restack design and how the design will reduce the risk for security of the mayor, council members, and City of Minneapolis staff who work in this building. True North will work alongside of the design team, which is Wold Architects, and make recommendations for the incorporation of changes in the construction documents for the third phase. Lastly, there will be a report back to this council or this committee and recommendations when the work is complete sometime in the fall.
Thank you, Ms. O'Brien. So thank you for the short presentation. And yeah, I think I'll see if any of my colleagues have any questions. And for a little bit of context, I know that safety has come up a lot, especially this term, and wanted to let my colleagues know and hear from yourself about how things are moving forward and what the timeline is and what to expect. So thank you for the presentation. I'll check one more time to see if there are any questions. No questions from my colleagues. Really appreciate the presentation, Ms. O'Brien.
Thank you. I look forward to bringing the report back when it's complete.
All right, next we have a presentation related to the acceptance of a bid for lead hazard control from Rearview Windows, Inc. And so I'll now invite Lisa Smestad from our health department to give a brief presentation.
Thank you, Councilmember Ellison. This is the Lead Hazard Control and Healthy Homes Unit work. I'm Lisa Smestad. I work in the Minneapolis Health Department. So our vow is to stop using children as lead paint detectors. We are changing our programming to provide inspections and resources so we reach children's homes before they are lead poisoned and receive brain damage. What are the most hazardous surfaces in your homes? They are the window sills, back of window sashes, window jambs that we see here, and porch floors. Lead poisoning is an environmental justice issue. 74% of poisoned children are BIPOC, and 82% are less than 80% of area median income. So poverty is also a factor in the housing of children who are lead poisoned. One of the things that our department will be facing is the previous definition of lead poisoning was at 5 micrograms per deciliter, but the law has recently changed this year, bringing that down to 3.5. We're looking to see how we can respond at that level, but we should have that figured out sometime in 2024. We might do a couple pilots in 2023 on how we're going to do that. I want to emphasize that these are medical referrals that come to our unit from the Minnesota Department of Health. So this is how we've been addressing lead poisoning in Minneapolis. We feel that by increasing the inspections and doing the repairs as early as possible, we reduce the number of children who are being exposed to these lead dust hazards in their homes. And if you look at, and we're kind of bearing that out, so that big peak we see in 2022, that was the increase in inspections with the ARPA funding that came through. And if you look at this chart and you see these gray bars, imagine twice that level is about what we expect to see when we go down to 3.5 micrograms per deciliter. Because that paint was put on over 100 years ago, and it continues to age and fall off and expose our children to lead dust hazards. We're getting back on track to where we were. Yes, last year we saw an alarming increase in lead poisoning. This year it seems to be leveling back more to pre-COVID rates. 75% of lead poisonings occur in rental property. So we took the money with the ARPA funds and put it into doing rehabs in rental properties. Those funds are also available to homeowners who live in the right qualified census tracts. And we're selecting properties that are in the areas of traditional high lead poisoning to do these inspections in so that we can do prevention. We're also, and not only these are inspections, but these inspections are leading to rehabs in the properties. So this is a picture of what a lead hazard reduction process does. When we're going to replace a window, they plastic off everything so that the residents of the home are not in the home when this work is happening, and then that they are protected from the lead dust. So right now, why we went after this contract is we have 3 federal grants that are supplying funds in our city for lead hazard reduction. One is a lead hazard control grant, another is a HUD Healthy Homes grant, and then the American Recovery Plan Act. And so this is the qualified census tract in purple that shows the areas that qualify for those ARPA funds. And what I want to point out for the inspections we've been doing, if you look at the green bars, these are all rental property owners that have asked us to come into their properties. They want to make their homes safe for children. Then this is just an overview of where we are on the HUD Lead Hazard Control Grant. We're winding up in that. We have 1.5 years left in that project. We're going to do 225 properties. We have about 26 slots left. So I urge anybody who might be considering this to enroll and secure those funds for their property. Don't worry though, we're not going to run out in this area. Hennepin County also has about $5 million in HUD grants that can also be expended in our city to make our homes safer. We have a Healthy Homes grant that's going more focused. It does lead, but it also does radon, insulation, furnaces, plumbing, and other safety hazard. We have 115 properties we must do. We have about 65 slots left. And if people are interested in signing up, this is the website. Any of you can go in there for renovation grants and click apply on any of those, and it will feed into our smart sheet, and we'll get back to families that, or rental property owners or homeowners that want to enroll in our grant programs. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Ms. Mesded. I'll check to see if my colleagues have any questions, and I see a question from Councilmember Koski.
Thank you, Chair Ellison. I just had a quick question. How are we, marketing this or getting the word out to residents and owners of apartment buildings? I mean, I know you're telling us this today, but there's 65 slots open for one of the programs and 20-something. What is the best way, and how can we help as council members with the work that you're doing?
Sometimes we advertise on Facebook and through the city's various mechanisms as to how they reach out with Facebook and social advertising. If council members want to put this information in their newsletters, that's a useful way to reach out to your voters. We also have events where we're lead testing children every couple of weeks in North and South Minneapolis. So we advertise at those things. And then for rental property owners, we have done direct mailings along with the rental licensing process, or in a couple of different times we've reached out to them. We've done emails to that group. And we continue to have this up on the webpage, which since we went live with a universal application on our webpage, we've had over 200 applications. And that was just this year. So we found that to be a much more effective way of reaching out than we had previously thought. So new technology has brought us new opportunities.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you. I'll double check to see if any of my colleagues have any other questions. I'm not seeing any at the moment. I did just want to say thank you for the presentation. This is like really incredible work that I wanted to make sure that we highlight. Really easy to sort of just pull these things up and pass them on consent. But I think it's really important for council members to know and the public to know how we're advancing certain things, what the data looks like, where they can get this information. And so I'm really excited to see this work moving forward, and yeah, just thank you.
Thank you, and this would not be happening without the support of the council and the mayor for our work. Thank you.
Yeah, one question I did have was, you mentioned that the county has similar funding. What does the coordination look like between us to make sure we're not, that we're actually spreading the word far and wide and not sort of overlapping on exactly who we're communicating with?
We meet with Hennepin County staff regularly to coordinate outreach and education messaging. They have access to some Center for Disease Control funding that comes to counties that they use a lot, but a lot of residents really don't make a big distinction between the county or the
Sure.
city government. So if the message gets out there and whoever the residents reach back to and call to, they'll get service.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm going to move approval of items 9 and 10. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed say nay. Both those motions carry. And with that, we've concluded all the business to come before the committee today. And with no objection, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Minneapolis farmers markets are in full swing. And you know what that means? You can get locally grown fruits, vegetables, plants, flowers, fresh baked goods, and so much more.